Hi, my name is Mia Love Jada Thornton, and I'm 6 years old, and I'm a diamond in Sensible Women Initiative, and we shine. My name is Izzy Young, I'm 6 years old, and I'm a diamond in the Sensible Women Initiative.
Hi, my name is Shemaya Kurt. I'm 13 years old and I'm in the 8th grade. I'm a Violet member within the Sensible Women's Initiative.
Hi, I'm Zoe Young. I'm 14 years old and I am in the 9th grade. I am also a Violet member of the Sensible Women's Initiative.
Hi, my name is Valencia Baldwin. I'm an early childhood education major and junior at Towson University, and I'm a butterfly within the Sensible Women's Initiative. I actually heard about the Sensible Women's Initiative through Dr. Thornton. I took one of her classes my sophomore year, and we were doing a project where we had to raise money for a shelter that needed cots and clothes, just personal needs. And I really felt that it was helpful and at the same time empowering because it encouraged our class to work together. And since then, the feeling has only grown since I became a part of it. It has also helped me grow as a person myself, just encouraging me to get out there and encouraging other people to embrace their struggles just as I had to do mine. I am a sensible woman.
My name is Kayla Wallace and I am an elementary special education major at Towson University, and I am a butterfly within the Sensible Women Initiative. I became a member of SWI because during the time that I met Dr. Thornton, I was going through a rough patch in my life. I had just told my parents that I was molested as a child and I was raped also at the age of 14. Dr. Thornton had helped me to get through that because I was in her class. And she just had this vibe where I just knew I could come to her and talk to her about any and everything. So I remember one day after class, I pulled her aside and, was telling her my story. And she introduced SWI to me and was telling me that she had been planning it for years at a time. And she just, I would have been a good candidate for it. So I asked for more information. She gave me more information, and then that was it. I am a sensible woman.
My name is Maya Henry. I'm an English major with a concentration in creative writing at Towson University, and I'm also a butterfly with the Sensible Women Initiative. So I was first introduced to the Sensible Women Initiative in Dr. Thornton's class. As a class, we completed a service project in which we all gathered items to donate to hurricane victims in the South. And from there, I was just wowed by Dr. Thornton and her beliefs and her goals, and that's how I found SWI. And it's an organization that is dedicated to mentorship and service, which is everything that I'm about and have been raised to be. In addition to that, the women throughout the organization have provided mentorship and advice to me that I need as a growing and flourishing young woman. And just to top it all off, I received a full scholarship from the Sensible Women Initiative to finish out my senior year, which is very important because I've been in school for a long time and I felt like giving up at many points throughout my college career. So to have someone believe in me that much as to fund and support me is just phenomenal, and it's absolutely motivating. I am so grateful and honored to be a sensible woman.
My name is Madison Williams. I am a senior at Towson University. My major is speech-language pathology, and I have a minor in public health. I'm a butterfly within the Sensible Women's Initiative. I became a part of the Sensible Women's Initiative because I see women that are older than me that want to help me and not just themselves, and don't want to see just them succeed. They want to see the young succeed. And I also would love to work with children and love seeing people succeed just in general. I also see that these women really want to help the community and do service work with the community. So I love that because I also did that with Dr. Thornton in her classroom, and I am a sensible woman.
Hello, my name is Nicole Cramer. I'm currently a senior at Towson University with a major in early childhood education and a minor in special education. And I'm a butterfly with the Sensible Women's Initiative. I wanted to become a member of Sensible Women's Initiative when I was in Dr. Thornton's class. She was a class I didn't have to take. I was told that that class was covered, but her class was different. It was diversity, and it was getting to know more cultures. And with being a teacher, you are going to have all these cultures in your classroom. You never know where your students are going to come from. So I said, I'm going to take that class, even though I don't have to. And I'm so grateful and so glad I did. Because when I met Dr. Thornton, she was so uplifting, so proud of who she was and everything she does. And it was just so encouraging to see that she actually helped me a lot through different challenges in my life. When I first started her class, I was just told by my boyfriend he wanted to join the military. I never wanted to be a soldier's girlfriend. I thought I can't handle it, being away from him and not knowing if he's okay. But she has a husband that is in the military, and so she was there with me. And she told me, Nicole, you'll be okay, it'll be all right. And she helped me every step of the way and got me through it. Then I also had a lot of loss in my life, and a big one was my brother. And she helped me get over it, along with some of the girls that I met through this organization. I've had times where I was upset, didn't know if I was gonna make it through or not, and they all pulled through and helped me feel better. And when I had trials, they were there for me. When I was upset or anything, they helped me through it. And I was very grateful for that and for all their support. I also loved being a part of this organization because of what they stand for. They want to help mentor young girls. They want to show them someone still loves you, someone still cares for you. When you feel like there's nothing in the world that cares for you, there's someone that does. And being an educator, being a Girl Scout, we were always taught to be that way, to always care for your students, care for the ones that are year-round. And I get to do that with this group. I get to be a mentor to someone, and I get to show them you are loved. You are worth something in this world, even when you think you're not. And I'm very grateful and proud to be a sensible woman.
My name is Leticia Fowler, and I'm the Director of Mentorship for the Sensible Women's Initiative. When I first started with the Sensible Women's Initiative, I was a volunteer. However, it's a funny story of how I met Dr. Thornton. So I was a graduate student at Towson University, and around that time I was finishing up my studies, and I ran into my cousin. My cousin shared with me about the involvement fair, and she said that I should check it out. I brushed her off. I ended up going back to my car, and something just came over me that I should give the involvement fair a shot. So I parked my car and I walked back across campus, and while I was in the involvement fair, that's where Dr. Thornton spotted me. She said, "You, come here." After we had a conversation, I realized that Sensible Women's Initiative was an organization that I wanted to be a part of. So from there, I became the Beta Chapter Coordinator, co-coordinator, and just from the work and the service, I was promoted to Director of Mentorship. One of our first events that we actually did was in 2015, in December. It actually was called Mirror Mirror. So we had an event for young ladies ages 5 to 16, maybe 17. I believe they were 16. And from there, we were talking about embracing confidence. We had different workshops. We really tried to make it fun for the young ladies, and that was when I really knew that this was an organization that I wanted to be a part of. And now I can say I'm the Director of Mentorship, and I'm extremely blessed and grateful to be a part of an organization like this. It has helped me tremendously, just with the support and being around women to encourage you to keep the faith and keep on going when you feel like so many times of giving up. And I just love working with the young ladies, and I will do whatever I can to be in support of the Sensible Women's Initiative. And I'm proud to be a Sensible Woman.
Hello, my name is Dr. Lovely A. Thornton. I am founder and president of the Sensible Women Initiative. The Sensible Women Initiative was established in March of 2013. But the thought was conceived in 1995 when I wrote a poem entitled A Sensible Woman. The thought of being sensible is so very powerful because I actually attached that to my mother. As a child, I noticed my mother as she worked in the cotton field and the tobacco field. And I noticed my father as he was there and as they worked together as a couple. They had 8 children, 12 if the other 4 would have lived. But I noticed how my mother navigated her way through the maze of life. And in 1964, my parents decided to move to Rochester, New York. But Rochester, New York had its own unique concerns for myself and my brothers and sisters. Once again, I was able to witness my mother as she made everything seem so easy by using the power of common sense. When I think back to all the hardships, the disappointments, and the setbacks, I'm amazed at her strength. Not only that, I remember also my father being placed in jail in 1994 because he wanted to move his family north. After my mother gave the landowner a lump sum of money that he wasn't entitled to and she had to borrow, the landowner had my father released from jail. And all members of my family reunited in Rochester, New York. My mother, as she watched her children grow and as she encouraged them and motivated them, she only went to the 7th grade and my father couldn't read nor write. As I tried to understand why my parents were sharecroppers, it was a very difficult thing for me to understand. I did not understand it until I was actually in college. And my professor actually shared with me my history and my heritage. I remember raising my hand and said, wait a minute, Dr. Douglas, you mean to tell me that my ancestors were actually kings and queens and we had our own culture and we were actually ruling and we were a proud people? And he told me yes. From that point forward, as I studied and understood everything about my heritage and my history, I still went back to my mother and I was saying, wow, she is a powerful woman. And so therefore, the thought of actually, establishing an organization came to mind, but I waited for a number of years. I worked with other agencies. I worked on the college level. I worked on the high school level. I even worked on the elementary school level. I helped develop and implement programs in the United States, in Germany, in Japan, in Greenland, in Korea. And as I review, as I think about all of the years of working with youth, it was something that was missing, and that was the power of common sense. So I wanted to restore that pride, that dignity, that honor and respect back into girlhood, back into womanhood, back into motherhood, back into the neighborhood. Because I realized that we as women have tremendous power. There's not a man walking that did not come through a woman. There's not a woman walking that did not come through a woman. So therefore, the decision of a sensible woman is very powerful because she is the one who decides the type of foundation that the children will stand on for the rest of their lives. Therefore, I'm very happy to be a part of an organization that helps young ladies develop the inner strength to cope, that when they get to the fork in the road, that they can actually choose right over wrong. understanding that every decision that they make is either attached to a stumbling block or a stepping stone. And those decisions will create for them their foundation. And they will have to stand on that foundation for the rest of their lives. So I encourage every woman in the world to step onto the sensible ship, because we are going to sail into uncharted waters to bring that dignity back, to bring common sense back into this world. And everybody can understand the power that was given us by God, and the fact that common sense will always win out when it's all said and done. So therefore, I say to you that I am so very thankful, I'm very happy, and I've volunteered over 45 years of my life to others. Right now, I can say to you that I am so grateful to be a part of an organization that is operational in 5 different states, and our goal is to become operational in all 50 states and worldwide. So with that being said, let me say this to you. I am grateful and thankful to be a sensible woman.